Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss the composition part of our paper style, into which we are going to discuss the notice writing, the email writing and the letter writing. Now before we start, I would like to tell you that we are just discussing the question. It means it is not that particular question which are going to be asked in your examination, but this is just an example so that you can get what to write, how to write if notice writing, email writing or letter writing is asked. So this is just an example. Consider this as an example and not the IMP question. So in today's video we are going to discuss the examples for notice writing, letter writing and email writing. So now let us start. The first question that we are going to discuss is of the notice writing. So let us start the question. Okay, so sample question that I have taken here is like this, that you are Vaibhavi, the head girl of Gandhinagar International School. Your school is publishing its annual magazine Samvad next month. Write a notice for your school notice board inviting write-ups from the students. So here the subject is given to you, and what is the subject? That you are the head girl or head boy of your school and you have to write a notice for inviting students to write ups for your annual magazine of your school. So that is the subject given to you. Now we already have discussed particular format for notice writing. Okay, you know, I already have given you how to write the notice and you have to follow that format also, and into which you come across the box, the title, the date and everything. Okay, so here let us see how to write the notice, what to add in notice. Okay, no doubt you already have discussed, but this is a revision video, that's why we have to revise it again. So in this question, as you can see here, that the name of the school is already given to you, and that is Gandhinagar International School. Okay, so your school address is Gandhinagar International School. At the same time, for which purpose you are writing, that also has been given here. That is, you are writing for your annual magazine of your school, and that is Samvad or Samved also you can consider. Okay, and that for particular reason you are writing the notice. Now let us start how to write the notice. No doubt we have the format, we already have discussed, but again let us see and what are those points that you have to add while writing the notice. So here it is given. First of all, the title. Okay, title, that means the name of your school, the name of institution, the name of, you can say that, authority. Okay, if you are writing from any organization, you have to write it here where I am drawing it here. So this is nothing but this is the title part, or you can say that this is nothing but name of the organization from which you are writing. Okay, next thing, Gandhinagar International School, that has already been given to you. Then after notice, now here you have to mention the date on which day you are writing the notice. Okay, so mention the date on which date you are writing. Fine. Okay, now here comes the subject line, where here it is nothing but a subject line. So for what are you writing your notice? So here you can write the subject line like annual school magazine. Okay, this is how you can write. Okay, now as I have told you that notice should not be very long, only the main point should be there, and that's why you have to write those things only. Let us see what to write. So here you can see that our school is publishing its annual magazine Samvad next month. Interested students should submit their articles, stories, essays, poems, jokes, etc. to Mr. Shankar, the librarian, latest by the 25th October. So here directly on the point you have to mention that for what you are writing your notice, the purpose and with all its details. So here the details like that your school is going to publish a magazine, and for that students will have to submit their articles, stories or everything, okay, they have written to Mr. Shankar the librarian. And the date is also given here, and the date is, you can see here, that is of 25th October. Okay, submit your entries along with the passport size photograph and also mention your name and class on them. Composition should be original and unique. This is quite necessary thing to mention. In choosing content, decisions of the selection committee will be final. So this is how you will have to sum up your notice. And at last, who is writing this notice, you have to mention that. So the name already is given here, okay, you are Vaibhavi, and here at last you have to write the name, that Vaibhavi. And who is Vaibhavi? Vaibhavi is the head girl of the class. Okay, so this is how you can write the notice. Only important points should be there, no long things that you have to write. At the same time, try to keep it as small as possible with all necessary details. So if notice writing is asked to you, just draw a box like this, okay, and follow this format. Now our next point for composition part is a letter writing. No doubt letter writing is very simple. You already know that what to write in letter, okay, and we already have discussed the parts of letter writing. It means the first part, or you can say that two types of letters are there. The first one is formal letter and the second one is informal letter. While discussing the email writing, we have discussed what is formal and what is informal. Likewise, emails, this is also a form of writing and nothing, but it is also a form of writing the letter. So for example, have taken two letters. First one is formal and second one is informal. So let us start and just have an idea how to write it. Okay, so here you can see the question. What is the question? Write a letter to your friend congratulating him or her on his or her success in the examination. So first of all, you have to identify whether it is a formal letter or informal letter. Of course, this is an informal letter. Why? Because you are writing to your friend. So while writing the letter, what is necessary thing? That is the address of receiver, address of the sender. But here you just have to mention the receiver's address. It means to whom you are writing. So make address as your choice, okay, as of your choice. That doesn't matter. If address is already given to you, do write that only. Now let us see here, my dear friend, what to write in letter, and for which purpose we are writing. That is, we are congratulating him for the success in examination. So my dear friend, here see, one thing that I want to show you is my dear friend. What is this? This is considered as a salutation. Again, my dear friend, this is considered as a salutation. Okay, you don't have to mention salutation, but this is considered as a salutation. Fine. Now let us start our letter. So as you are writing to your friend directly, the salutation that you are going to give is my dear friend, my lovely friend also you can write, matters to you. Okay, how happy I was today when I got the news of brilliant success in the examination. So you heard the news, and after hearing the news you are writing the letter to your friend. Please accept my heartiest congratulations on your success. Directly on the point, okay? Here you can ask that what your parents are doing. I hope that they are well at home. Also, you can mention, but here to the point it is written. Okay, fine. I was sure that you would come up out with flying colors. Your regular and systematic work has helped you. Your success will inspire us to work hard and follow your footsteps. I pray to God that He may grant you success in all your future plans. My parents send their congratulations and blessing to you. Convey my regards to your parents and love to your brother and sister. Your lovingly XYZ means you have to write your own name. So see, very simple things are written here. For which purpose you are writing, that only has been discussed in this letter. The purpose is just congratulating our friend, and that thing only has been mentioned. Don't write too much things in your letters, that what are you doing, are you happy or not, or whatever you are writing. Okay, that is not necessary to write at all. Just mentions the important thing in your letter and keep the length of letter along with the structure at least of the one page. Here you can see that in one page it has been covered. Okay, so it is required for you also that for at least for one page you will have to write a letter, whether it is letter or whether it is email or whatever thing it is. Okay, but you just have to write these things in your letter. Now the second letter which I have taken here, that is a formal. Okay, formal, that means you are writing to any authority, organization or any school. Okay, that is considered as a formal letter. So here I have taken one example also of formal letter. The question is like this: you are Arun, you are quite concerned about the bad conditions of your roads in your locality. You have written to the local authorities, but no action has been taken so far. Write a letter to the editor of newspaper regarding the plight of the people due to the bad conditions of the road. So here the subject is given to you, and for which thing you are writing, that is complaint about bad roads in your locality. Okay, though you have written many times, but they haven't taken into the consideration whether it is municipality or gram panchayat or whatever, but they haven't taken into consideration your letters, and that's why you are writing it to the editor of the newspaper. Now whenever if you want any solution of any problem, directly you can write anything to the newspaper. Okay, so that you can easily get the solution for it, and that's why here also you are going to write for the newspaper. Okay, now what to write, let us see. First of all, the address. So now you are writing to the newspaper, okay, editor of the newspaper, and that, and at the same time this is the subject of English. So here you cannot write the paper newspapers like Sandesh, Gujarat or Divya Bhaskar. Why? Because they are not giving papers in English. Definitely we have only one that we are getting in English, and that is the newspaper named as the Times of India. So here the address that you have to write is the Times of India, Ahmedabad. Okay, the editor, the Times of India, and that is in Ahmedabad. Then after write the date. Dear sir or respected sir, you can mention, that is a salutation. Now here one thing that you have to add, that is your subject line. Okay, here you can see subject line is given to us. Why? Because we are writing formal letter. So what is the subject? Now as I have told you, the subject line should be very small. Okay, not the everything. So here for which purpose you are writing, you just have to mention that complaint about bad roads, that is your subject. So then come to the point. Okay, for what you are writing, I would like to bring your notice about the bad condition of the road satellite area. You have to describe your area first of all. Then after, there are potholes and large pits all along the roads. It means it is very dirty place. It is too difficult to drive along. Moreover, this is thickly populated area with schools and hospitals in the surroundings. So you are describing your area. Bad road conditions lead to a number of accidents. Yesterday I witnessed a small boy being knocked down by a bike which had lost its control due to the pothole on the road. The boy had to be rushed to the hospital. I wrote to the concerned authorities a month back, but no action has been taken so far. So here you are describing the whole condition, what is happening with the bad roads in your area. I hope with this getting published, now you are requesting that person that please publish this thing so that we can get any solution So I hope with the getting published in your esteemed daily, municipal authorities would rush to attend to sort out this problem. So with hope you are summing up this later, as I fear the oncoming monsoon could worsen the situation further. Okay, that you are very concerned about the monsoon season. Many things are going to be happen in the monsoon if your roads are not very good. And at last you can write your truly, or you can write your sincerely, okay, obediently also you can write Arun on the behalf of residents of the satellite area. So this is one example for, you can say that, a formal letter. Here also you can see the length that almost one page has been covered. So you will also have to cover at least one page. If you are able to write more, definitely you can write. So this is how you can write the letter. Okay, now our next point for discussion is email writing. Email writing is also a form of letter writing, but this is by using the technology. So now while writing email, what you have to do, we already have discussed this, okay, but though let us see, you will have to follow the format, okay. And here I have taken one example that is of informal email, okay. So now let us start. What is the subject here? Write an email to your uncle thanking him for the birthday present. Very simple question that I have taken here, but first of all you have to follow the structure for, sorry, not the structure but format for email writing. And here you can see the format, okay. First of all, from. Now see, students, while writing the email IDs, you will have to keep in mind this thing. What? Whenever you are writing the email ID, it must be in, you can say that, just a minute, okay, fine, just a minute, wait for it. What I want to explain, that is this. See, okay, so that is, the email ID should be written in small letters. Don't use capital, don't use space between writing your email ID, okay. That is the main thing. What you have to do, you just have to write your email IDs only in the small letters. You can't use any block letter in your email ID, okay. That is the main thing that you are doing mistake. Even in your test also you have done the mistake of this. So please, while writing your IDs, don't use any block letter. That is the thing that I want to tell you, okay, fine. Now let us move ahead with our discussion. Good. So here you can see from. First of all you have to write the from. Ajay13@hotmail.com. You can write gmail.com, yahoo.com, okay. There are many, microsoft.com, that is also there. To, it means to whom you are sending. So samir14@yahoo.com. Now the third point that you have to write is your subject. Subject line should be very short. So what is your subject line? Thanks for birthday present. If you are not going to write any subject line, that is also okay. Now as you are writing to your uncle, directly you can start with this: my dear uncle, and for what you are writing, thanking for your birthday present, okay. Now as you are writing to your uncle, you can write so many things, okay, about his health and everything. So here let us see how it starts. So here you can see that yesterday yesterday was Saturday. It was my birthday. I celebrated it with great fun and gaiety. It means with full enjoyment I have celebrated my birthday. Early in the morning there was a knock at the door, okay. I opened it. I saw a stranger holding a nicely wrapped parcel in his hand. He asked me my name. He also asked me my relation with you. After that confirmation, he gave me the parcel. I opened it, and to my surprise and happiness, there was an extremely beautiful golden wristwatch and a safari suit. So here, see how the person is describing the birthday gift. Okay, the uncle was not there because of the busy schedule, and that's why uncle has sent the gift via a person. Okay, and it was a kind of surprise, and this person is describing that whole incident or the way the gift reached to him. So you also can write something like this. This is an innovative idea while writing an email or letter. Okay, fine. Now let us move ahead. There was also a brief note to Ajay with love on his 21st birthday. I began to jump with joy. Okay, and it was nothing but a birthday gift. Dear uncle, it is so kind of you to have remembered me. Your valuable gift speaks volume of your love for me. Even sitting at a far off place in foreign, see, the uncle was not able to come at the birthday, and what was the reason? The reason was the uncle was at the foreign country, and that's why he has sent a very beautiful gift to his niece. You have not forgotten me. No doubt I got a heap of presents on the eve of my birthday, but none is as precious and beautiful as your present. I know my aunt and my cousins love me dearly. I thank you for this nice and everlasting gift of my permanent value. So, this is how you are thanking your uncle for his precious gift. As and when I look at my watch for time, I remember you and your love for me. So, this is how you can sum up your answer. The safari suit is excellent. It also deserves my bountiful thanks. With love to all of you, love, and at last, conclusion part, you can write your name, Ajay. Instead of love, you can write regards. Okay, so this is how you can write the email. You have to follow the format, and here also you can see that at least you have to cover one page, and this is how you can write your email. So today we stop the discussion of composition part here. If you still face any difficulty, you just can call me. So thank you for your concentration and everything. I hope that you understood what have been discussed by us. Thank you. We'll meet soon in a new video which is of a grammar video. Thank you.